Hello and welcome to North Star Stamper. I'm Susan Kramer. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Woodbury, Minnesota. Boy, things are a little set up a little differently today, but I think we'll be good. All right, there we are. Just my chair is falling apart. Okay, deep breath. Hello and welcome. I am so happy you're with me today, whether you're live here on Facebook or watching a replay. It'll be on Facebook for 30 days as Facebook does. They delete them if we don't do something about it. I am consistently North Star Stamper, and I am on all these places. If you are somewhere else online, let me know. So I'm on Facebook. I have a page and a group. I'm on Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. And I have my own website, northstarstamper.com. Oh, I don't have my shopping list on there, note on there. Let's see if I can find it. Anyway, let's see. No, it's not here either. Well, hopefully you know where to find me if you want to shop with me. Anyway, it's North Star Stamper at stampinup.net. That should be on here too. Anyway, are you other places on the internet? Are you on TikTok? I didn't think you would be, but if you are, I would love to know. Send me a quick note at susan@northstarstamper.com or text me if you know me personally or whatever. I'd be curious to know where else you are. These are the places I go. I go to Pinterest a lot for ideas, mostly for fun folds, to be honest with you. YouTube, I actually watch movies on. I don't do much creative stuff there, except that's where I put my videos. Instagram, I'm using more and more, and it's easy to just sit there and watch reel after reel after reel. So I have to be kind of careful about that. So anyway, let me know where you are online. Today we are doing two different, I won't call them challenges, but this is the June product of the month for Stampin' Up. So and this is US always. I always give money or dollar information in the U.S., so it's different if you don't live in the U.S. You'll have to look it up if you're not in the U.S. So the product of the month in the U.S. is free with a $75 order after discounts like using stamping rewards and before tax, shipping, and handling. So if you have a $100 order and you use $20 of your Stampin' Rewards, your order would then be $80, and yes, you would qualify to add Wild Bunch for $5 in the US. What a deal. You can see I've been using it. It did come this afternoon. If you saw my Facebook post today, it did arrive in time, and I've been playing with it. Great stamps. I think I'll use it a lot. I really like this. This is one stamp here. It'll be fun to create backgrounds, just whatever. And this hat, you could put that on anything. I mean, any critter. Do you remember pet rocks? You could make pet rocks and make them birthday. Oh, silly, how silly. I should say hello to people. Hello, Mom and Dad and Jean Schiller. Thank you for joining me. But yeah, do you have a favorite animal? I wonder if Stampin' Up! Has made your favorite animal or your favorite flower. We have gone through so many flowers. I can think of a handful we haven't done yet. Nothing off the top of my head, but we have had so many different flower sets. But I wonder if we've seen your favorite critter. That'd be kind of fun to know too. I think we've had turtles quite a bit, and I know a lot of people like turtles. Okay, so I am going to use this today for our card. And then Stampin' Up! Has a creative challenge every month. And this month, our challenge is to use these colors. These are just scraps, so sorry I don't have full pieces to show you. I just grabbed a little bit of each. We have Daffodil Delight, Cajun Craze, Old Olive, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. These two are in colors from last year, so we'll have them in our lineup, as we say, for the next 2 years. The designer who came up with this challenge said Old Olive is her go-to color. I thought that was kind of interesting. I used to use Old Olive a lot. That's starting to change a little bit, just because, I don't know. My go-to tends to be Night of Navy. If you feel like chatting with me, let me know what your go-to color is. If you don't know what color to use, what color do you gravitate toward? like I said, I love Night of Navy. It goes with so many other colors. Sometimes I'll use Night of Navy instead of black, just for something different. But anyway, so we're going to use these colors. I thought it was an interesting combination, and I don't know necessarily that they expect us to use all of the colors in equal parts. So we'll see what our card looks like. So I have those ink pads ready to go. We are going to use the Old Olive as our card base, so I do have a full half sheet of that. Let's talk about the stamp set next, a little more. So, you know, I create my stamp map, as we've learned to call it. I literally take off this thin layer, ink it up, and stamp it. So you can see it lines up perfectly. And then I know where they go on my acetate so that to get them to fit back on this acetate. They put them so tightly, sometimes it's hard. I wish we could purchase acetate and make use bigger pieces. Yes, I know I could use a window sheet, but that costs money, and I'll just do it this way. Anyway, so let's talk about coloring a little bit. Some of you may not like to color. You don't have to. Just stamp them on a colored cardstock. If I were going to do the koala bear, I would probably die cut a circle in, this is smoky slate, and then just stamp them on whatever element for my project on smoky slate, and you don't have to color him at all. Here I tried using our brand new gel pen, white gel pen. They come in a pack of 2. They're in the May through August catalog if you haven't seen them yet. So in looking at him, I Googled koala, and then I hit images, and I noticed that a lot of the koalas have white hair around the edges. I don't know if I like him like that. I just added a little bit of white. Maybe if I added more, I don't know. This gel pen is awesome, but maybe if I add more, he'll look better. Maybe if I add a bit here. Oh, yeah, that does look better. Anyway, maybe some here. I think around his face that looks kind of funny. But anyway, so I'm just playing around. And when I do come up with something that I like, how he looks in gray with white, I'll probably cut that out and slip it in my envelope so that I know next time how I like to create with him, and I don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. I thought we'd play around with maybe I think it's a bull because it's got horns. Is this no, not a Shetland. I don't know the kind of cow this is, but a lot of times I like to take multiple colors. So this is pecan pie. I think we're going to have a brown cow. And this is just a black. This is my C block. And let's get some darker colors. This is early espresso. Let's put some early espresso on that corner of my block. Have you seen me do this before? I'm kind of curious. And then we're going to use crumb cake. And I'm just going to put the corner. I should have done the light color first, but you can see they're not overlapping at all. And I can still use those individual colors. This one has enough water, I think. I can still use individual colors if I want. This is just a water painter. If I just want crumb cake on him, I can just add crumb cake. I am going around my stamped image. You can see here, where'd it go? Oh, it's not so bad. I stamped these in our brand new hybrid black ink pad, and they tell us that we need to let that dry completely before we color over it or use blends, or we're supposed to be able to use it with any coloring technique. I thought it bled a little bit, but I guess not. Anyway, so let's color his ears the same color as his face. So if you do like to color, these critters are going to be kind of fun. So now I'm going to mix my crumb cake with my pecan pie. I don't want it that dark, so let's bring in more. And then he's going to have a different color for his body. We're just going to be quick about this. Let's give him a really dark tail. I don't know what color they're supposed to be. I haven't looked for a picture of one of these yet. Now I'm going to squeeze this on my stamp cleaner. Here, I can show you like this, until my brush comes clean. So that's pretty clean already. And let's go back and get a little bit of crumb cake for the horns. I think this top part is usually very pale. So let's take, I'm going to take another block. This is our tiny little A block. I don't think we even sell these anymore. Just a little bit of ink. I'm going to really water this down. So just a tiny bit of color. There. And a little more than that. There, he's kind of cute. And just clean these off so I don't make a mess everywhere. So that's all I do to him, I think. I don't know. Is his snout supposed to be a different color? I don't know. I didn't grow up on a farm. Maybe you can help me. Again, I like to look at pictures and make them real, my colors realistic, at least once. Although I use the horse, that Unbridled Beauty, with the horse head, and I did it in rainbow colors. That was kind of a fun project. Maybe I will color him, this snail, in, like, not rainbow, but just bright colors. That'd be kind of fun. Actually, I saw a sample with that. So you can color them. You don't have to, is my point. Use colored cardstock. Might be kind of fun to stamp them on Designer Series paper. You could have a snail in any color. Stamp it on Designer Series paper and cut out his shell to be the Designer Series paper if you want to print. Very fun. Lots of ideas. Like I said, you don't have to color if you don't want to, but you can. So it's kind of fun. And I like the sentiments on here too. We have happy birthday. Thank you for all you do. Hi, friend. Sending love. Just a little note. And then we've got the heart, this little sprig. We're just going to stamp that in Old Olive today. It looks like there are little buds of flowers. The hat, I'm going to have fun with that. And then the present, we're going to make a birthday card and add some presents to it. So, I'm not seeing more comments, so I'm going to refresh real quick and see. Nope, okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure I'm not missing comments if you guys have said more than I know if you're watching on your phone, it is hard to use those little keys to type with. Okay, I have my Old Olive card base. I have 2 pieces of white, one for the front, one for the inside. Like I said, we'll probably stamp the package. How about the package, the present here along the bottom, and then the hat along the top. And I thought we would cut, use our scraps to stamp, and then fussy cut a hat for our critter. And I'm going to use the background to create a background for our card. I do have a little sketch here about what I'm going to do. And I have been wanting to show you the Everyday Arches dies. They have been on back order and back order and back order. And they come in stock and they go in back order. So I have not shown these very much at all because they're not available till June 22nd, I think it is. So if you go and look up Everyday Arches, you can give them your Stampin' Up! Your email, and they will send you an email when they do come back in stock. So I think I want to do the green, and then we're going to stamp a critter and happy birthday on this arch. I think it'll fit, unless, I think happy birthday will fit on there. So let's play around with that, and I have other ones just in case I need them. So let's start with happy birthday, just to make sure we have room for that on the white. I could always put it up at the top. I was thinking of leaving lots of white space. I'm really bad about leaving white space because I just want to stamp everything. Oh, it'll fit perfectly on here. Let's just use Old Olive because I don't know which critter we're going to use yet. If you want to give me input as to which critter I should use, why don't you give me a comment there. All right. I do have another one if I make a mistake. Oh, there we go. That works. So happy birthday. I'll put this back. And I think I've decided not to use Old Olive when I stamp our background. Let's grab, sorry for the noise, let's grab that real quick. And clean up a little. I do like to leave things neat, you know that, right? That is... Here, I was playing around. I like to stamp before I stamp on a sheet. So here was my background, just playing around with the colors. So we're going to use this. The other side's a big mess. We're going to use this because I do like to stamp off the edges. And online, it'll tell you that we need blocks B and C for these stamps. I find that very helpful to know. So this is block C, and it just barely fits. I probably would use block D, but that's okay. Okay, we are going to put, I think we're going to do it, so we're going to skip the old olive. I think I do want Cajun Craze just as a darker base. And then, I don't know, we'll go from there. We'll start with Cajun Craze. You know what, that's too messy. I'm going to cover up those stamped images. All right, so we're going to start way over in the corner, way down at the bottom, like that. You could stamp off and get different shades of, oops, let's see here. There we go. Oh. And then I like to dry it off a little bit. Make sure that's clean. All right, let's mix it up a little bit. We'll do strawberry slush next. And I'm going to stagger this so it's a real checkerboard. It's very easy to line up. You see, I'm not taking too much time. I just put one of these squiggles between these two squiggles is exactly how I did that. So, and now it's stained so I can see it. It won't get lost on my table anymore. Let's see if we want, let's put yellow in the middle. So I'm going to make sure this is good and clean so I don't contaminate my Daffodil Delight. Stamp to make sure that's clean. Good. And then ink. I haven't inked this one in a while. It might need it. That's fine. Let's see. Like that. I imagine for the Stampin' Up! Challenge, using these colors, we're going to see lots of flowers. I think the Cajun Craze and Timid Tiger will work really well for flowers and details. There. So there's my background with the 4 colors, and then, like I said, my card base will be the 5th color. I have not been doing the Stampin' Up! Challenges all along. I think they've been doing it, I think they said 3 years or something. I don't know. So there's that, and then we're going to put this here, and this here with a critter. Any suggestions on the critters? Let me refresh my video one more time to see if you did have a choice or suggestion for a critter. Nope. All right. Let's put this to the side and see who the snail. Yeah, he's not. Actually, they're going to go this way. He doesn't quite fit. That's kind of cute. Let's do that. Is this called a Highland cow, I'm going to say? I don't know. I don't know my animals. They say to use block C, like I said. I'm going to use the bigger block D. And just, they didn't tell us we couldn't use different colors, because I don't want to stamp him in any of those 5 colors. I'm going to use Early Espresso. My Early Espresso is very, very dark. So I'm going to center this on my arch. Oh, cute. Clean that off. And then I'm going to add, I'm going to squish this. Get some ink in my well there. Clean up my fingers. I got ink on it. And I'm going to drip. Let's just add a little bit. You know what? That's even too dark. That's even too dark, so we're going to put some on here. Okay. I better close that. Otherwise, I'm going to have everything Early Espresso. So just a tiny bit of ink. Add some more water. Again, this is a water painter. They did stop offering water painters and then they brought them back. So I don't know how much they've changed. Let's practice a little bit. Oh, that's fine. I almost went directly to his face without practicing, and I could have been disappointed. And then his ears. And I'm not going to add more ink so that his ears are the same color. Is that good? Maybe a little more. Maybe his tail. And then more for his... I don't know if I want to do his body. I'm going to leave him. He's kind of cute, just like that. I will have to look up this critter and see exactly what color he's supposed to be. All right. I think I do want to use... Oh, good. Jean said cow. So I'm glad I used that one for you, Jean. And we're going to use this one in green. I do have another C block. That should fit. Do it the right way. There we go. And let's stamp some of these. Oh, I've got ink on me. I need to clean up, or I am going to have ink everywhere. I'm not sure why I'm getting... All right. So like this, and then I've just thought some green tone on tone off on the edges there. We're just going to go up the edge here. Most of it will be covered. Oh, there, I got a little mark there, but that's fine. It is going to be covered by the cow. Oh, that's cute. You know what, let's finish our stamping before we put it together. All right, so I want to... Oh, so this is basically the front of our card, and I have some embellishments we can use. This is going to be the inside of our card, and so it's going to go this way. Let's keep things organized here. I'm going to put this one away. A couple ideas here. We could repeat this pattern on our envelope flap. I really want to use the hat and the present. Let's grab those. These are tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. That present will fit on an A block if you happen to have one. Like I said, I don't think we offer those anymore. And instead of trying to stamp this just right on top of his head, I am going to use my scraps. And I think we'll stamp an early espresso to match our cow. And let's look, what color do we want this hat to be? I think Timid Tiger. Or maybe I'll stamp Timid Tiger on Timid Tiger. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'm going to stamp Timid Tiger on Timid Tiger. And if we don't like it, we can always stamp it again. I have lots of scrap here. So I mean, it's not going to go to waste. I only need a tiny, tiny scrap. Cute. Here again, you can color it in if you want. You can give it stripes or dots or whatever. But we're just going to cut it out real quick. Sorry, I did not do this ahead of time. So we'll go like this. Did you notice this in the online store yet? It's always fun. We have been getting a preview of it. We don't get to order it early. I think they showed it to us. I forget. It came available last Tuesday. Maybe on Monday in our... Oh, we get updates on Tuesday. I don't know. I only saw it a day or so ahead. And I'm just going to cut this straight across, and then we'll see how it looks on him. Oh my gosh, how cute. No, we need to do this. I just don't want it straight. How cute. All right, so there's going to be the front of our card. Now for the inside. We have our present and our hat. Let's... You know what? Okay. Deep breath, deep breath. I'm going to open all these. Again, Timid Tiger, Daffodil Delight, Strawberry Slush, and Cajun Craze. We're going to start with Daffodil. We're going to put the hats at the top. And some presents just haphazardly, and I'm going to go off the bottom. Just like that. Hopefully you can see. Yep, good. Clean up a little bit. Oh, we can't forget our... Let's do this in orange. We're just going to put a present there so the recipient will know that it's a birthday gift, birthday card. Okay, more Timid Tiger. We're just going to overlap them. We'll just do 2. And hats. Okay. Strawberry Slush. That Cajun Craze is so dark compared to these other colors. Trying to think what other critters I can give party hats to. I don't normally purchase cute, ooh, that's the wrong one, cute sets like this, but when I saw it, I'm like, I think I'm ready for a cute something. There, just enough. I think that's good. I'm going to stop before I say too much. All right, put these away, and then we'll put the card together. As I said, I have some embellishments. Since the Timid Tiger and the Strawberry Slush are part of In Colors for 25 to 27, I do have some dots. I think they're now retired, sorry. But they are the In Colors. Was I talking about cute? I don't normally buy cute, but this one caught my eye. And so, like, yeah, we'll try it. Fun to have critters. And now I'm getting glue all over my fingers. So we're going to center this. We do have, in the July online exclusives, coming up July 1st, I believe. There is a fall-themed bundle, and it has the cutest scarecrow. So there again, I did get the cute ones, and I was playing with that earlier today. This we're going to pop up, but as part of the dies with the scarecrow, this bundle is called Fun for Fall. They have corn stalks that you can die cut, and look, ears of corn, but the way they have shown them is not realistic. And you know me, if it's a real thing like this cow, I want it to look realistic. So remember these smudges underneath? They just got covered up. Isn't he cute? So soon, probably not till the end of the month, but at the end of June, I'm going to ask all of my Midwest followers what the top of a real corn stalk looks like. So I've been playing with that too. I'm like, it has to be realistic. They put the corn cob at the top of the stalk. I'm like, no, that's not where it goes. That's cute, but let's make it cuter. I think I have some. Stand up, I think it's in my turnabout. Some Wink of Stella. And bring this back. Yep, good. Like to have scrap paper around, so we're just going to add some Wink of Stella to the pom-pom. Isn't that cute? There. That'll dry. It won't be quite so dark. There's that. This goes on the inside. Oh, I did get my paper dirty. Oh, well. I have more grid paper. So thank you for joining me. And I am going to post this on my blog. and other places. And then they gave us a hashtag to use for the Stampin' Up! Creative Challenge. Again, those are our colors. I'll put those out real quick. That was kind of fun to play with. Oh, I dripped Winkle-Stella in there. That's right. That's okay. Oh, oh. There are colors. Let's put the yellow on top because it'll cover. And some... Oops. There we go. There are our colors. And some dots. They're called flat pearls. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they're sold out. But we do have Timid Tiger and Strawberry Slush here. Maybe just some Timid Tiger ones here. Is that too much? I think we're going to spread them out. Don't want it to be too matchy-matchy. 1, 2. Let's try the putty end. There we go. 3. There is our card. Oh, and our envelope. Card in our envelope and the colors for the challenge. You are welcome to play with the challenge too. And any products, if you have designer series paper in any of these colors. And I don't know if we're supposed to use all the colors or just some combination of them. I can't remember. But I'll probably post about it on Facebook. And you can see what I learn. And it'd be fun to see what you come up with in those colors. The stamp set's very fun. I think I'm going to enjoy them. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, there's a hashtag. I believe it's hashtag Creative Challenge SU. And then put that into even just your web browser, and it might show Instagram and Facebook posts in the challenge using these colors. So that'll be kind of fun to see how people use it. As I said, I think I've seen 2 so far, and they were both flowers. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I'm going to refresh here real quick and see if there are any questions. I didn't see any. Thank you for joining me. Next week, I don't think I'll be home. I'm going to go visit family in Michigan. So I'll be on the road. So I'm going to record something before I leave. So thank you for joining me. Happy stamping. And again, this was called Wild Bunch. That's our June product of the month. And as far as I know, shipping is pretty quick. I ordered this last Tuesday and I got it today on Monday. So just a couple days before they ship it out of the warehouse and get it to you as soon as possible, depending on whether you use UPS or USPS. So, thank you. Mom says, cute card. I love all the stamping. And you know me, stamping is my favorite thing. And I like that I left white space at the top too. And then here's the inside. So cute. So fun. Whose birthday's coming up? And they need a birthday cow. So thanks for joining me. Bye for now.